Well, guys, Super Rugby Round 2. How good was Super Rugby Round 1? That is some of the best Super Rugby I've seen in years. Boy, oh boy. And the Aussie teams winning all 3 games first up in week 1. The Aussie sides are here to play. How good, guys. Guys, in this video, I'm going to be covering 2 main areas. So I'll give you a preview and predictions into all 5 games this round 2. And then at the end, I'll give you my summarised predicted scores for us all to analyse and ahead of round 2. So first up, we have the Chiefs versus the Crusaders in Hamilton. Jeepers, that'll be an absolute cracker. You look at the Crusaders first of all. Look, they had a pretty good win against the Hurricanes, guys, didn't they? I thought they looked far more cohesive than they did last year. I think the other thing for me was, you see some of their key players. It makes a massive difference with some of their superstars in the side not out injured. The likes of Will Jordan. Like, he was fantastic against the Hurricanes. Hits lines hard. He's a real game player, a real playmaker, raw speed. Scott Barrett, like, he's a brute, isn't he? Obviously, All Blacks captain. The physicality he brings for the Crusaders. And then players like Ethan Blackadder, he's another brute, brings physicality, a high work rate. And you could just see the Crusaders are definitely a different side to what they were last year. And obviously, the game against the Hurricanes, look, it was a fast game. Obviously, in summer here. I think, however, though, if you look at the Chiefs, look, I thought they were pretty impressive against the Blues. Like, guys, I really, really like Clayton McMillan. I think he's a really well-respected, genuine rugby coach, intelligent rugby coach, and I just think they've got a really special culture from the looks in that Chiefs side. They work really hard for each other, and they've got enough playmakers themselves, particularly game management. Cortez Ratama and Damien McKenzie, the halfback first 5. That's a pretty impressive combination to have at super level and very effective for game management. So I think the Chiefs are equally as impressive. Look, I think this game will be pretty close, but I just think the Chiefs over 80 minutes will be too good in Hamilton. 28 points to 24 to the Chiefs, I'm predicting there, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, please support the channel. Hit the subscribe button, like underneath, comment, share it with your friends and colleagues. Game 2, Reds versus Moana Pacifica in Queensland. Yeah, absolute belter. And again, guys, I think firstly, if you look at the Reds, look, I quite like that Reds squad. I think they've got some real experience there and some real leadership, physicality up front and some real dynamite and speed in the backs. And particularly, you look at some of their players like the likes of Harry Wilson, his experience and leadership will be really noted. Another player, Tate McDermott, again, a really quality halfback, really intelligent, really calm and composed. His game management is really strong. I just think that Red side, they've got some real good experience in that squad. They've got some real firepower up front and then some real speed and class in the backs. I just think the Reds at home, I think they're going to be too good again for Moana Pacifica. Prediction there, the Reds to win that 31 points to 24 in Queensland. The next one, Game 3, the Hurricanes versus the Drua in Napier. I suppose, look, you look at the sides first of all. Look, the Drua, you know what's coming. Like, big, powerful men, just ridiculous athletes. Look, they're not going to kick much, are they, guys? They're going to run from everywhere on the field, inside their own 22 up to the other end. But if you miss one tackle, they offload, try in the corner from anywhere. Yeah, they're a hell of an attacking side, and you've still got to be able to stop them for the full 80 minutes. I think if you look at the Hurricanes, like what we saw against the Crusaders, they are a young side, but they showed there's some real potential there. There's certainly some real physicality and speed in their attack. Players like Duplessis, Karifi, Cam Roigard, you get the ball wide to a player like Kenny Naholo. Guys, let me know your thoughts. I think he's probably going to be another future All Black, like the raw speed he has, the power. It's a good Hurricane side, and Cam Roigard, I think, obviously last weekend on form, he's probably the form halfback for New Zealand. He was calm and composed and a very talented player. So I just think this Hurricane side has got all the makings, but they're just a young side. If they bring that physicality and get enough speed that they're certainly capable of knocking teams over at super level. I think that game will be a tough battle though, matching that young Hurricanes side against the physical prowess of the Drua, big powerful men. I think at home though in Napier, I think it'll be a 30 points to 25 Hurricanes win. So pretty close, guys. Let me know your thoughts on that. Game 4, the Blues versus the Highlanders, Dunedin. Oof. I'm sure the zoo down in Dunedin will be humming along for the students at that game. Look, I suppose firstly you look at the Highlanders. Look, I was quite impressed by them against the Waratahs. I thought that it would actually be probably a 20-point win to the Waratahs. I just didn't think the Highlanders would be capable of keeping up with that classy Waratahs outfit. But boy, oh boy, what you saw the Highlanders, it's a young side, but they show some real fight, don't they? Real competitors. They'll come to play for 80 minutes. They won't back down. And you see some of their young players, particularly the likes of that lock, Fabian Holland. Let me know your thoughts on him. Big, powerful man, but he's brutal, isn't he? Physicality, a real competitor. They're an impressive side, the Highlanders. I think more impressive than I probably thought at the start of the season. I think if you look at the Blues, yeah, look, again, defending champions. They are a pretty slick-looking outfit, aren't they? Players like Dalton Papali'i, the physicality and leadership that he brings. They play a pretty simple, effective game plan, physicality up front, and then spin the ball wide, execute simple plays. And, you know, obviously Bowden Barrett, wherever he comes on the field, but a massive leadership influence he will be for the Blues. Quality outfit, this Blues side, aren't they, this year? Guys, that game, I'm predicting a 35-point to 20 Blues win. I just think the Blues have just got too much firepower, too much leadership and experience and good players to overcome that young, inexperienced Highlanders side. So let me know your thoughts on that game. Finally, game 5, Brumbies versus the Force in Canberra. Look, I think firstly, if you look at that Brumbies squad, I think, geez, that squad is a genuinely good outfit, aren't they? Phenomenal win in Fiji. The first Aussie side at super level to win a game in Fiji under very tropical, tough conditions. Look, they just stayed in the fight, didn't they? Brought some raw physicality in that forward pack, executed some really good plays in the backs. They got some real danger in that back line. And then obviously Noah Lolosio, like he's developed into a really good fly half, hasn't he, guys, driving that team. I just think on paper, the physicality, the firepower that the Brumbies have, I just think they're going to be too strong for this sort of more inexperienced Western Force side. Game played in Canberra in front of their home fans. That game, I'm predicting a good win to the Brumbies, 35 points to 17. Guys, finally summarising my predictions. Game 1, prediction 28 points to 24 to the Chiefs over the Crusaders. Game 2, 31-24 to the Reds over Moana Pacifica. Game 3, 30 points to 25 to the Hurricanes over the Drua. The next game, 35 points to 20 for the Blues over the Highlanders. And the final one, the Brumbies to beat the Western Force, 35 points to 17. Guys, let me know your thoughts on my predictions. Can't wait. It's going to be a hell of another round 2 for Super Rugby, isn't it, guys? And guys, if you're enjoying the content, please support the channel. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, comment, and share it with your friends and colleagues. And let me know any other thoughts you have on this round 2 coming up, key players, and any other comments you think about these matches. Cheers.